let me step back and not
This just
badger
sounds
you.
a little personal.
Badger.
Today it just sounds a tad personal. So if the camera falls and there's some scrapping happening.
Right, y'all see the tussling going on?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
What's up, good people, and welcome to another episode of Stocks and Pops. And we are here today to talk about how couples should go into business together. So how should couples go into business together? There are three main things that we think are really things that you can focus on to really maximize your relationship in business and just your relationship period. And even if you aren't in a relationship, romantic relationship or otherwise with anyone, and you just want to go into business with someone else that you kind of trust, these things will really help you out. So the first thing is, and I think this is something that you can definitely relate to, is identifying your strengths and your weaknesses.
I know for us, a lot of times customer service, product knowledge weren't things that we would tackle independently. Which was good though, which was really good though, because it was good to hear a different take on kind of those things that you thought were going to be, definitely in one subject or one category.
Right.
But understanding that if we were thinking about some of the technical things in terms of creation of like menus and things like that, if that was going to be his deal, but it was my job to have all of the product knowledge and kind of make sure that the product was on par, to kind of like do pictures and things like that. It makes it so much easier because again, you can have that consistency and you can have that timeliness. So that you have your role in kind of making sure that all these things at your time frame,
right?
your timetable,
which leads, definitely, which leads me to the next thing. After you do define those strengths and weaknesses, the next thing is kind of setting roles and responsibilities for those things. Like that's a huge thing in your business as a couple, or just even people in general in business. You want to make sure that you're setting those expectations for what people are responsible for,
right?
Because it allows everybody to kind of stay in their lane and get the things done that they need to get done. Not saying that you can't help each other, because we definitely do help each other in those other areas if someone is bogged down with certain things, but giving those roles and responsibilities, like you're responsible for this and I'm responsible for that, it allows you to grow faster because you are checking out those boxes, and one person isn't just feeling like, oh, I got too much stuff to do. So definitely pay attention to that. So roles and responsibilities. Now this last thing, just on the list, and we're still going to get into some stocks and pops, so stick around, don't go nowhere. So this other thing on the list is really giving each other grace. Giving each other grace, and this is very important, specifically for couples and people who are. She's laughing because she knows this is.
Don't give them any grace. They don't deserve any grace. Get it done. No, I'm joking.
But seriously though, the more you give each other grace, the more you can get things done in the long term. Right. Because it allows you for that time to hey, okay, I know you're going through something right now. Let me step back and not.
This just sounds a little personal. Today it just sounds a tad personal. So if the camera falls and there's some scrapping happening.
Right, y'all see the tussling going on.
Yeah, it wasn't me. But no, giving grace is really important. It is, because you, as you become the expert for your company, there's so many things that you're going to cover, and so many things that are just going to become really dear to you.
Right.
It's important to give each other grace, especially within your specific roles, because you're going to need to understand that person is going to, really become acclimated with what their role and their responsibilities are.
Exactly.
Two, they're going to go through that vetting process one more time of kind of, okay, did I do a good job? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then this is definitely not the time to kind of nitpick.
Yeah.
Kind of how that person gets
it done.
That's
dangerous.
Yeah, not how to
don't
get it.
Don't nitpick.
But definitely making sure that it's a real assessment of, the product or the service.
Right.
And the last one that's not on the list, have fun together. By all means.
Like, that is very true.
If it feels too stuffy, if it feels too chaotic, have fun. But also allow each other a timeout.
Right.
I know that we do so much. And if there are times when, I know that he needs a timeout, goodbye, he's dismissed.
Yeah, right,
like,
right. See you later.
Don't come in, I don't want to see you.
Right.
And the same here, we definitely know when we never totally reach our boiling point, which is amazing.
Right.
And, by all means, push, you're going to push yourselves. You're always going to push yourselves. But just make sure that you are leaving enough room for that person to, thrive and, recoup from all the things that happen, because business is 24/7.
It is.
It does not stop.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think, you are getting to learn each other, getting to know each other more when going into business. If you want to really learn about somebody, go into business with them.
Yes, exactly. Right.
And you'll see all the ins and outs of, their personality. So there's the bell. So we're going to talk about our stock picks. Now, this is something that we love to do every episode. So what pop do we want to talk about this time?
Today I would like to talk about the ginger cream. That one is one of my favorite ones. And ginger cream is kind of, so we make our own coconut cream ice cream. Yum. But it's a coconut cream ice cream pop that has grated ginger in it. We also do a little dried ginger that's kind of been a bit candied with agave, but it's really, really good.
Very, very good.
It's like cooling, it's chilly, but it's spicy with the ginger. It's a perfect pop for kind of like this season.
Right, yeah.
And we can also pair it with floats. We're going to do actually an episode all about floats, which is amazing. Definitely come and see us and get your float on. But yes, that's our favorite.
Now to the nitty gritty on the stock. So this week, last week, as you guys probably saw, there was a lot of red days in the stock market, which was a good opportunity if you were doing puts, which I was doing a lot of puts last week.
The put,
but also knowing that a lot of those were going to rebound. So this week we've been doing actually a lot of call options. So did one. What was the last one?
Pinterest?
So Pinterest. Yeah, Pinterest was a great one. We did a Pinterest call and cleaned up on Pinterest. Also ChargePoint this morning, cleaned up on ChargePoint this morning. So definitely as the stocks rebound, be doing those call options.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with call options, we'll leave a link down in the description below to our introductory video about options so that you can brush up on your options trading. But we will be keeping you abreast of our trades and all those things that we're doing. So definitely Pinterest. Going forward, because it's coming up on holiday season, and Pinterest usually does really well during the holidays because people are scrolling for ideas.
Yes.
So if you're not in the long-term options on Pinterest, be looking at that right now. Be looking at that. You might have missed the boat a little bit, but be looking at it to get in on that. And also anything that is going to spike during the holidays. Really look at your trend lines. Really look at your graphs so you can get in on those moves that are happening right now. A lot of money to be made, a lot of profit to be made. We thank you for sharing in this moment with us in Stocks and Pops. We hope this was helpful to someone. And we will see you in the next one.
See ya.